Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jenna Flanagan. They say America runs on Dunkin'. Well, not so much for the NYPD. The police are said to be boycotting Dunkin' Donuts after 2 police officers were denied service at a Dunkin' Donuts in Brooklyn for being, well, police officers. We're joined now by Detective Michael Palladino, president of the Detectives Endowment Association, one of the main advocates for the boycott. Detective Palladino, welcome to the show.
Good evening. How are you?
So first, tell me why this boycott? Why is this so important?
Well, this is really an unfortunate incident that took place. 2 young Hispanic police officers, they're investigators, went into Dunkin' Donuts like a lot of people do every day to be served. In this case, they wanted ice cream. And they were denied because they were discriminated against because of their profession as police officers.
Now, of course, Dunkin' Donuts has come out with their own statement saying that this was really more a case of the police officers not necessarily being in the right spot, in the right line to receive their order, and that's what's happened, and that's the cause of the misunderstanding. But that's not what you were told.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in the responses from Dunkin' Donuts because this isn't a marketing issue. This is an issue about one of their employees verbally discriminating against the officers. So the marketing end, unfortunately Dunkin' Donuts is missing the boat on it. And what I expect from Dunkin' Donuts is an acknowledgement that that something very wrong happened that day in that store. And I expect them to correct it and to make sure it never happens again. Not just because there were officers that were discriminated against, but no one should be discriminated against.
Well, not too long after this happened, Mayor de Blasio, who has had his own tense relationship with police in the city, came out in support of the boycott. And I'm wondering if that was that a good thing for the mayor to do? Might that have been seen as too little too late, especially by the guys who are actually on patrol, boots on the ground, so to speak?
Well, I think it was important that the mayor came out, and so did Police Commissioner O'Neill, and condemn what occurred. I think that was important for them to do. And as far as it being too little too late, well, it's an election year. And I'd like to think that it was condemned because that was the right thing to do by the mayor in this particular situation.
This has been a really tense time, unfortunately, for police officers and some civilians. And I'm wondering if this becomes, I don't want to say a flashpoint, but is this indicative of a larger issue? I mean, have you had any communication with other police departments or at least detective unions from across the country once this story got out? Because it did go viral.
Yes. Well, I think what occurred at Dunkin' Donuts is related to a changing environment, a changing world. I think that it was that behavior, as inappropriate as it is against these 2 police officers, is encouraged really by the type of politicians that we have today. I see politicians as politicians/activists. Now, if you go back 4 years ago, that's when this stuff really started. 4 years ago in this city, there was a mayoral election, and the centerpiece of each candidate's platform was about policing in the city, or I should say it was kind of an anti-policing platform. And the more anti-police you were, the more popular you were becoming in that election, which is, why I think Bill de Blasio was elected mayor. So what I think is, at the very least, if you're not encouraging it, you're saying that discrimination against police is acceptable. And I think that that's what happened here in the case with Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, final question then, moving forward. What is it, aside from an acknowledgement from Dunkin' Donuts, that would be the best case scenario to come out of this?
Well, first of all, they have to come out of denial. They have to acknowledge that this incident occurred. And once they get past acknowledgement, then I think they can move to correct it. What I think they should do, if they're not doing it already, they should have some type of a training agenda. Train your employees to check their politics at the door before they punch in. And there should be some sensitivity training, and train them that no one should be discriminated against, not just the police. No one should be discriminated against.
But again, just to bring this home, that this was really just about respect for everyone and that no one should be discriminated against, period.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Dunkin' Donuts to acknowledge what occurred. I'm looking for them to fix it, to put mechanisms or training into place to prevent this from ever happening again. And in this day and age, no one should be discriminated against.
Any chance in the meantime that we might notice our police officers at any other coffee establishments?
Well, you know, until I have a comfort level that Dunkin' Donuts will correct this and make sure it never happens again, that boycott will remain in effect.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, Mr. Palladino, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us and actually explain the seriousness behind this story, because again, police officers and Dunkin' Donuts, unfortunately, I do think it's a lot of people to maybe smirk, but there actually is something serious behind this, so I thank you for taking the time.
Well, I think it's a little bit of a myth that's taken place over the years with the correlation between cops and donuts.
Yeah, but there's more to it. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure.